Welcome to the Sykes & Company PA video blog.
Well, it's a really good question with respect to trends with retail pharmacies. We're seeing a segment, let's say the top 25, 30% of pharmacies that are really making great strides in the business, pursuing synchronization and adherence programs, pursuing clinical services, medication therapies, i.e. data mining. But those pharmacies that are engrossing themselves in the next stage of independent retail pharmacies are really taking these clinical services, which a lot of this ties around, and instead of just filling scripts and doing that only day in and day out, are reaching out, becoming involved with the patients, with their total healthcare program, providing whether it's immunizations, nutraceuticals, wellness programs, diet programs, smoking cessation programs. CBD is a big issue. That CBD as in dog is now becoming a big issue with a lot of clinical services throughout pharmacies across the country. And obviously involving themselves with practitioners, whether it be nurse practitioners or medical practitioners in close relationships, to provide all these kinds of clinical services, to expand the horizons, to expand the number of times that they're engaging with the patients on an ongoing monthly basis as they come into the pharmacy for these various services and various items, and that includes travel immunizations as well. All these kinds of things are growing incomes in pharmacies that are wrapping around their hands around this effectively, pretty dramatically. Versus those pharmacies that are just trying to fill scripts and just comparing what they did this year versus last year, or year to date this year versus last year. That's a dying breed. So obviously prescriptions are a very important part of any retail pharmacy, but the next generation of pharmacists is going to be involving themselves in all these clinical services, medication therapies, all these kinds of things that are providing the patients better wellness, better care, more touches per month on an ongoing basis than just coming in once a month, potentially getting their scripts filled. So these are the kinds of trends that we're seeing with pharmacies that are being very successful in the process. There's some software programs that are out there in the marketplace today that allow you to compare what you are currently filling to what potential PBMs are reimbursing you in that particular area, that provide equal to or better care for the patients and provide to you a greater gross margin. That's what we really refer to as the data analytics part, data mining part, that are providing those pharmacies that are really attaching themselves around this particular service, providing a much higher level of cash flow and gross margins in their pharmacy. There are a lot of issues centered around this. It's not an easy process. You've got to be a member of some particular organizations to be able to handle some of these things. But these types of things are becoming very popular with retail pharmacies, and we're seeing very good results. It's substantially higher gross margins when they're effectively used.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.